Joshua Hoff says, or Josh Hof, maybe Hall of Fame, started a new shoulder back workout, mostly all triple sets, warm up, reverse band flies 1 times 30, and single band
All
lat
right, so
X.
before you read this
Yes.
whole thing, triple sets, I don't know how old this person is, number one, but triple sets, if you don't have a large degree of muscle mass, you need to do straight sets.
I'm guessing this guy, I'm looking at the list of this shoulder back workout here. He's got to be a bodybuilder or something.
Or just somebody that does a lot of research and is completely overtrained. My back workout yesterday was 3 sets, 2 working, first one warm up of a Yates row hammer strength machine. Then I did 2 sets of T-bar rows working. I think I had 4 45-pound plates. I did 12s to 15s there. I did 85 pounds in each hand on an incline bench. Where you do I saw C-Bomb does them. I did 2 sets of that, and then I did a Nautilus selectorized single arm high row for 2 sets, and I did 2 sets of rope straight arm pull down. So like probably 11 or 12 working sets, 45 minutes. And I woke up this morning, man, it was just like somebody drove roofing nails into my back. To do all that, to do that kind of volume, the only thing that you can do when you're doing that kind of volume, and especially triple sets, which are just giant sets, but is you have to drop the weight in order to complete the task. I believe in supersetting, but antagonistically. So I'll do a bicep movement and a tricep movement. While I'm contracting the bicep in my bicep movement, when you do a push down and you do it correctly, when you extend to the point where you flex your tricep muscle, it fucking absolutely elongates the bicep muscle. So the productivity is...
You're getting 2 for 1.
Yeah, and you're contracting and stretching the muscles. So...
How's your back now?
Today?
Better? Yeah.
Fuck, it's sore. I took today off.
Yeah, similar thing to me. I was writing. I was writing all day, and I turned, and my back is bothering me right between my right shoulder blade and spine, I think, from being in the writing position and turning my head.
Take one of those 5 milligrammers.
I'll take a relief gummy later. And so I'm looking at this guy's workout, and I was going to get your critique on it, but you've already, just from the first item, you're telling me that this is
I read it. I actually read it. I said,
okay.
Jesus. I said, there's just no way. Unless he's running fucking 1,500 milligrams of fucking testosterone and 400 milligrams of tren and eating orals, and but if you're on TRT, if you're on TRT and you're in your 60s, or as in me, 65, no, man, ain't gonna happen.
All right, Blake. Hi, Big Kev. I recently returned to the gym, and your dedication to fitness is inspiring. Post-knee replacement, you built up your legs again. Post-stem, you built up your shoulders again. Wondering what your goals are now, maintain or more growth?
Always go to grow. The chance that you're going to, it's like the guy that says, hey, man, I want to start lifting weights. I don't want to get big and bulky. Bitch. Don't worry about it. I'm looking at you genetically.
Kev, I don't want to get big and bulky.
Yeah, unless they fucking get it down where you can get your head put on somebody else's body, you ain't going to be big and bulky. I've been trying my whole life to put on muscle size, man. It's one of the hardest things on earth. But I go in not to maintain, but to grow. I go in to if I like the other day I was doing like my last set on leg presses was around I don't know how much the sled weighs, so probably 600 pounds. So my last set's a slow, deep 12 reps because I just don't need to go any heavier than that. And I'm getting like, I'm always sore. But I think it was a Sunday a Sunday I trained legs. And I did the 12 reps. And I don't lock my knees out, but I was in the, as straight as my legs go position before I lock it into place to make sure it doesn't come down on top of me. And I said, fuck it, man, let's get 3 more. Let's do 15. And it was like the first one was like, all right, 13, 14. Fuck, man, that coming out of the hole was like, and I fucking had to do it. And then actually fucking to the point where the next morning when I wiped, I got a little bit of bright red blood on blowing something out of my fucking O-ring. But and it was one of those things where I got done with it, and it's a key gym, so there's nobody in there. So if I couldn't have got that rep, I'd have been like, not like anybody's going to fucking be able to get 600 pounds off you anyway. And I got it, and I had this fucking, I was elated that I got it, and I came to then you come to the realizations of, why the fuck did you do that, good man?
That's what I was just going to say. You're bleeding out of your asshole. What did you just prove?
I guess I proved to me, I guess it goes back to that fucking eye of the tiger. Like when you lose that eye of the tiger, man, like when you fucking, there's just something about getting that fucking extra rep and not letting your ass go off the bench. Not cheating to fucking get it, but just getting it because you grunted. And then I don't go to failure on anything but machines nowadays anyway. I don't go to failure. I might on dumbbells because I can just bail on those. But man, I'm not putting a free bar on my fucking neck and going to failure. I'll do it in a Smith machine where I can lock out.
Going to failure meaning you do it until you literally can't the bar anymore.
Yeah, because there's different failures. There's a positive failure, whereas you can't. If it's a bench press, you can no longer push the bar off of you. And then in the old days of high intensity, then you would do negatives where a guy on each side of the fucking Smith machine would push the fucking weight up, and then you would fucking fight 1,000, 1,000, 2,005 to stop the weight to your chest, and they push it up again. So you go to positive failure, then negative failure, and then you were done with the set. In essence, that should be your workout if you ever did that, because now you've fucking completely torched your fucking central nervous system. And, you know, the only time, and it takes a long time for people to realize this, the only time when you're growing muscle is when you're resting and recuperating and feeding and nourishing. You're not building muscle when you're tearing down your muscle tissues. The only time, so you got to have rest. That's why the guy that had the 9,000 sets, it's just, and then what? Okay, is that once? Then you don't train for 2 days? Or are you going to get up the next day and put that kind of an overload on another muscle group? Because it's just your body just can't do it. And the older you get, man, just to get that, there are days where I'll train chest and I'll go back 5-6 days later and think I can do chest again and do 2 movements and go, no. I'll do a warm-up
because it wasn't
movement.
enough rest.
It just
and
wasn't
you don't
enough
know that
rest.
until you sit down.
Right. You can't, because a lot of times you think it's just onset soreness from something else you did. Maybe my chest might be sore because I did overhead triceps a couple days after that, and I probably cheated somehow and got my upper chest involved. And then you realize, no, man, you're not ready to go.
Mm, gotcha. Along the lines of your bloody asshole, Peter D. said, Kevin, I had a hernia operation yesterday. Have you ever had one from all the weights you've done? You ever get a hernia from the strain?
Nah.
Okay.
Knock wood.
You wear a belt when you work out?
I used to.
Why don't you anymore?
No, because I noticed that when I used to, I didn't spend as much time on my core. So I seem to spend a lot more time on my core now. And that's one of the things I do. The first thing, like when I get something, is I suck my belly button basically to my spine as part of to stabilize, get everything tight before I make the movement. So and then that way that's basically just going to be stagnant during the movements, standardized, and then I can just concentrate on using the muscle I'm training.
How about our 11 soft members in the house? You can join them by going to clickthisTV.com and signing up.